Hey guys, it's Michelle Lundy from Making It as a Middle School Teacher, and I want to share a very quick Tech Tip Tuesday video with you today about adding a background to a PowerPoint. It's something that I've had several people ask about. It's different than just adding in a picture, so let's look at the difference and just how easy it is to actually add in a background. So I'm going to open up my PowerPoint. And I'm just starting out with a blank slide. I don't need titles or any kind of boxes in there. And first I'm just going to go ahead and add in a picture so you can see the difference. I know you know how to add in a picture, but I want to make sure you see how different this process is. Alright, so let's say that I wanted to add in this little frame here. Okay, so it puts it on the PowerPoint slide where I can move it around just like any object or picture or shape that I would put in. And now I can stretch it and make it fill the page, and I could add things on top of it. I could put in a text box. But then every time I'm going to move around and try to do something else, I've got to worry about whether or not let's just type in some letters there so I can move off of that. I've got to worry about whether or not this box is highlighted or if this box is highlighted. And if you're trying to layer several things together, it can end up kind of getting messy. So we don't want to do that. There's a better way to have an image that you want to work on top of. So I'm going to delete both of these. And then on my version of PowerPoint on a Mac, I know it's a little different. I switched from a PC to a Mac, and so I know that there's some things that are a little different. But for me, I'm going to click on Themes and then go to Background. So whatever kind of computer you have, you just need to go to wherever you can change your background. When I click on that, there's some things that are already preset here, but I want to click the Format Background, and that's going to open up another box that gives me some options. Now, I could choose plain colors or patterns or the gradients where it's sort of varied over the slide, but I want to choose picture or texture. So you can actually put whatever you want that's in a picture format on the background of your slide. It could be a personal picture, it could be a graphic, it could be whatever, anything that's in a picture format. Okay, so I'm here on picture or texture, and I click choose picture, and then all of my graphics are stored in my downloads. So let me scroll down through here, and the graphic that I'm looking for is right in here. Here's the same little frame. So if I click on that, then you see it automatically filled it to perfectly fit the paper. And when I click apply and then come over here, there's no way, if I'm trying to click and drag or do something on top of it, there's no way I'm going to move that. It is permanently fixed there. Until if I wanted to go over here and, I could choose something else. I could make it be white or blue, or I could go back down here to Format Background and put something different there. Okay, now you can go back then, and let's say I do want to add in a little picture. There's this cute little penguin that goes with it, so we could add him there. And again, he comes up with something that I can manipulate. I can resize it and move it around. So let's shrink him down a little bit, and we can put him over here in the corner maybe. If I wanted to still add a text box, I can do that. I can click on here and say it's cool to read, maybe. We'll put that in there. Maybe we're making a little poster for our classroom. Of course, I'd want to change the color and, make it bigger, put it in a cute font, make sure everything's sized the way you want it. But then you're able to just focus on the items that you're adding instead of worrying about this background image getting moved or resized by mistake. It just makes it a lot easier to work with. Okay, and then you would save your file if you save it as a PowerPoint, or if you're saving it as a picture or whatever. Okay, another good thing about this, let's say this little penguin had not been a PNG, maybe he'd been a JPEG or something that was a very small image, or something that was maybe a little grainy, not the best quality. If you put it in as a picture and then start to drag, Now again, this one's a PNG and it's a top quality one, so it's going to keep the pixels looking appropriate and looking crisp and clear. But I'm sure you tried to put in pictures before, and the bigger that they got, the more pixelated they looked, and it just was a fuzzy picture, and you couldn't make it as big as you want to. So this would help that a little bit as well. Putting it in as a background gives you a little more flexibility with the type of image and maybe the quality of the image that you're using without losing some of the clarity. Okay, so that is my little tutorial for today for Tech Tip Tuesday, and hopefully you found that helpful, and we'll be able to put that into some use for yourself. And if you haven't come by my blog to join up with my first Bloggy Birthday Bash, which was yesterday, Monday, please make sure you do. I have tons and tons of Bloggy friends who have donated products. Some are just one winner products. Some are things that are going out as a virtual goodie bag to every person who enters. So please do that. It ends Thursday night at midnight on the 12th. So I just want to make sure you knew about that and don't miss out on that opportunity to win some really great prizes. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.